Hey, you guys, let's get into your reading. Divine, what messages do you have that are most important? Okay. So first we have coming out the Emperor. And tell me about this Emperor. Okay. So the Hermit. Yeah. Okay. Divine, what more do we have here for the Emperor? We have the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So at this moment, while you're standing alone is a very single individual, very, very fervent on that as well. I feel like something that you endured, more so just like enduring being single, being an independent person, Emperor, the Hermit, following that is the Ace of Cups. I do feel like it's possible that a new relationship, a new form of connection could be on the horizon here. I feel like also with this Emperor and the Hermit, this Ace of Cups, I feel like there is somebody within, this energy that views you as somebody who could be capable, of being a good partner to them, whether it's friend, family, or whether it's just some unique bond. But there definitely is someone here who also views you as a very stable, solid individual. You can definitely handle things on your own. Divine, tell me more about this Ace of Cups here. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. So this Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, it is now, with the Ten of Swords, is definitely somebody who you've possibly ended things with before. Somebody who did you bogus, who treated you wrong in some way, especially with this Ten of Swords energy. We have the Queen of Swords. I do feel like this is somebody who could have been very conniving in a way, and I feel like they use their words in a very manipulative type of way. This is somebody who is also, I feel, that is emotionally abusive. And, that's just one of those things that we don't talk about, a lot, emotional abuse and how people manipulate that, to definitely look opportunistic and just look like they have other things going on, hidden intentions, hidden motives. Tell me a little more about this Ten of Swords. Yeah, we have the Nine of Cups and then the Three of Wands. So this is definitely somebody in some wishful, type of energy, hoping that maybe they get another chance, another opportunity. I feel like somebody's desire here, with this Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, is to have another chance at you, another go at you. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, because at this current moment, you're being viewed as a loss. You are lost, because somebody feels, left out, and this Emperor with this Hermit is definitely achievements of your own. Divine, can you tell me more about this Emperor and Hermit? What's so interesting to other people? So the devil, I feel like you in some way are someone's karma, but in some way you're very enticing. It's almost like you have a seductive, addictive quality. This is not something that you possess, but this is what people see on you. You can look very attractive, especially with this devil, because I'm also getting a lustful, type of energy here. Like you are someone's kryptonite is what I'm feeling. Yeah, but there definitely is somebody here. Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, Three of Wands is wishing that they could have another opportunity with you. Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Divine, who is this? Who is this? We have the Six of Pentacles. Somebody who wants to be fair. Then we do have the Lovers. So this is definitely giving me, I'm not even gonna hold you, it's definitely giving me it feels like a karmic type of energy, I do feel like this is somebody that you were tied to, in some way, which is why the devil is also showing up again. There definitely is somebody here you were tied to. It could have been abusive, in whichever form of abuse that may be. Nobody should go through anything like that, but it is here. Mm. Divine, why Six of Pentacles concerning who this is? We have the Knight of Cups, yeah. Somebody's very attracted to you. You know, somebody's wanting to show up to you in a different type of way now with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, because I don't feel like this is a way that they've always shown up, you know. Knight of Cups, I am seeing this, you know, Knight of Cups right now is giving me a lustful, you know, type of energy. This is somebody who knows how to date, but is still giving this Knight of Cups single individual, definitely giving vibes of somebody who, you know, divine. Moving forward, please. What do we need to know about this? We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah. I feel like at this moment with this Eight of Swords, there's somebody who can't get to you, you know? Divine Eight of Swords. Yeah, Seven of Cups here, you know. Divine, tell me more. Give me one more for this, yeah. King of Cups, yeah. There's somebody who you see past, you know. I do feel like there is some, you know, some type of illusion, because I feel like what the illusion is, or what somebody thinks you don't see, you know, King of Cups, I feel like it definitely tied to this Knight of Cups. And I was also talking about that emotional, you know, negligence. So Seven of Cups, King of Cups is definitely giving me an energy of somebody who is emotionally manipulative. I do feel like this is an individual who will show up as the King of Cups when all along they're really this Knight of Cups type of energy. Like the King of Cups will act like they're in pursuit of a relationship. They're all about love, you know, lovey-dovey, emotionally mature, emotionally invested, emotionally involved. And I don't really feel like that's the case. You know, it's giving love bomb type of energy. It definitely is. It's giving love bomb type of energy. Divine, tell me more. King of Cups, Seven of Cups. Yeah, Five of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely a conflicted energy, and I feel like that's what the conflict would be. The conflict would be is, you know, someone can't maintain how they showed up. You know, somebody casted an illusion, and unfortunately for them, this illusion failed. You know, it failed. Divine more, please. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. This is somebody who wants to change something, who wants to work at something. I feel like somebody knows that their games are no longer working, you know, with you, the things that they used to say, possibly the things that they used to do. That stuff won't work on you anymore. It won't work. What else, Divine? Last few messages. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, that type of energy won't work. It won't hold up. It won't stand. There's a lot that you've learned about yourself after dealing with whoever this is. They may have been the catalyst for your growth. They may not have been. You know, because this could be anyone. But most of you all will know. You know exactly who this is, but somebody, you know, and I feel like that's the lesson. The lesson here is you got it. This person has yet to learn it, you know, because they could, let's just say that they could have done some work, could have done some healing and things like this. This will be the same type of person who wouldn't leave you alone. They wouldn't see you and just leave it at that. They would think that seeing you is a sign that you all are supposed to be together and that you're supposed to work on something. And it's just like, no, some people you've had your time with. And after you had your time with them, you may never see them again. And if you do see them again, it's not the intention to, all the time anyway, it's not the intention to get back together. Like that's not always the case, you know? By the way it goes, somebody playing games. Okay? Mm-mm. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it, you know? I know that sometimes these temptations they could come and, you know, they can actually be quite interesting. But you got clarity on this. You understand what's up, and then maybe you don't. And if you don't, and even if you do, let's get a leg up and let's get ahead of what would be the perceived competition that you got put in, right? Check out our sponsor, Psychic Source. You know, get some clarity, get some insight, get some information, right? Use the link down below in the description box using my unique code, JMarion. If you're a new member, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only 1980. So that's plenty of time for you to seek out all of the answers and get questions to those answers that you need. We can see what's going on with you yourself and maybe aspects of the things that you need to change. You get to pick and choose the advisor. And if you're not satisfied with that, you get your money back. So it's risk free for you and you win across the board. That's rather you get the insight and clarity and then you move on in your life, you get ahead of the game, or you're not satisfied and you get your money back so you don't lose, okay? Those details down below in the description box. And now, on to your reading. Divine, what is it you want us to know? What does Pisces not see coming? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. So it seems like some sort of choice, a decision, you know, or something could also be getting ready to change here as well. We also, yep, there goes that Ace of Cups again. um, it feels like an emphasis on the previous reading, you know. This gives me definitely giving me an energy, a Page of Cups. Yeah, there's this wishy-washy type of energy. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Because, Divine, give me more clarity. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's somebody who's perceiving glitch. So the perception is that somebody has done some work, but it seems like somebody is slow to approach, you know, with some sort of decision. There's a hesitation, you know. Divine, is there anything we need to know about this Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, so Nine of Pentacles showed up but not flipped out. And then we have the Nine of Swords as well as the Five of Pentacles. So there most certainly is somebody who is missing you, you know. The fact that you maybe you haven't been around in a while, but I feel like in some way with the Nine of Swords, you're in someone's dream. Yeah, you're in someone's dream, or you're, you know, this energy, this feeling, or whatever this is tormenting them, you know, in some kind of way. You know, they're missing you and they're thinking about you all the time. Nine of Swords is a mind thing, you know. Five of Pentacles definitely being without, you know. But I feel like being without you has really, I don't know why there's this hesitation. Divine, why is there hesitation? Page of Swords. Okay. You're possibly given this energy where you are on the defense, you know, with this Page of Swords that's feeling very defensive. You're feeling like you're, you know, on the defense is the reason why somebody can't really, you know, say something to you, you know. Divine, tell me more about this Ace of Cups. Okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles here. So definitely it seems like this is a third party source. Now, I don't feel like this is somebody that you directly know. You know, this is giving me Ace of Cups. Divine, tell me more about this Three of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the devil. Yeah. Yeah. So if I feel like somebody's trying to maybe come in a different type of way, present themselves as different here as well. But this is, excuse me, most certainly given a karmic type of vibe. Definitely somebody that you used to know, you know, with this Ace of Cups. That's the tying link between this reading and the other one. Definitely somebody that you know who's wanting to offer you up something new, want to begin something new with you here as well. This is somebody you've dealt with before, but this is somebody who also is showing up multiple types of ways. You know, there's this two-faced, you know, aspect to it. This is somebody who I feel is also living a double life. And by living a double life, I mean, they're definitely one type of way with you and another way with other people. And I'm not saying that they're hiding something. But there's something here that somebody doesn't want you to see. Divine the devil, we have the high priestess, but you see right through it. That's the thing about it. Like somebody thinks that you don't see something, but just like the other reading, there's something that you see through. It's almost like you are somebody's match. The devil, the high priestess, like you are literally the opposite, which is why something here just doesn't work. Yeah, something here just doesn't work. But with the high priestess here and the devil, there's just something that you see through. Like you don't, nothing, nobody ever got away with anything when it's concerning you. You know, I feel like you probably made people think that they did, but divine, the high priestess, there's something you see. The hierophant, there's something that you see. Yeah, there's something you see. Something you see. Like there's nothing here is hidden to you. Divine High Priestess and the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you see the truth. Period. You see exactly how someone's moving, and I feel like with this energy, you're just gonna move accordingly. Like I don't even feel like there's a need to have much conversation. Like somebody could like you're not in charge of the world, you know. You know, you can run into anybody because this doesn't give me an energy of you meeting up with somebody. This gives me an energy of somebody reaching out to you. Like it also feels like you're minding your business, but I do feel like if somebody was to come into contact with you, they'll in your mind would spark questions. You know, I feel like some of those questions would be why now? What do you know, kind of like what do you want? And I feel like somebody's going to lie to you. They're going to tell you a story, they're going to tell you a narrative, they're going to express feelings, they're going to express emotions. But I don't feel like these emotions are set on stable and solid foundation. I feel like there's a hidden motive here, there's a hidden intention here. And it just definitely gives a sense of somebody wanting to use you, whether that's just, sexually, or if it's, of course, many other ways as well. But there's an emphasis on lust, there was in the last reading here as well. It feels like a love bomb. Divine, what's the hidden intention here? Possible. Yeah, King of Swords. This gives me more so an energy of somebody wanting to dominate. I don't know why, but it's given an energy of somebody wanting to dominate. But somebody with a magician at the bottom of the deck, with this King of Swords, somebody is very manipulative with their words, with their thinking. Somebody here has very interesting manipulative tactics. Divine, tell me about this King of Swords, because this King of Swords is smart, very smart. We have the death here. Okay. Divine, tell me about the death. Why the death and the King of Swords? We have the Hermit. Yeah. So I feel like somebody is, in some way looking for you. Yeah, they're looking for you. Divine, the Hermit. Somebody doesn't with the Knight of Cups, and here's that Knight of Cups again. So this is definitely giving me an energy as somebody who like it's somebody's not portraying themselves as real, and you know this. Like I feel like you know this, you know it, and you're using what you know to your advantage. Like if you are playing the long game. If you're playing the long game, you're playing the long game very smart. Like, I feel like whoever this is, they don't have a clue that you know. They don't have a clue that you have some sense of knowing about what's going on with them or what they plan on doing. Divine Knight of Cups here. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So it's just like it's almost kind of, just like it came out in the last reading, the advice or where this is going is definitely feeling like the same. Um there's a withholding, type of energy. And I feel like the withholding will more so come for you because it doesn't feel like you're giving someone much. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're not giving someone much energy, much information, much insight, much clarity. I don't even feel like you're even giving this person, what they want. Because I feel like if somebody were to reach out to you, it gives more so a vibe of you need to handle your own shit, by yourself, because nobody helped you get through yours. You were left to figure it out. So I feel like the same thing needs to happen to this other individual because there are no requirements here. You are not required, to do anything. But I do feel like this is an energy of let them figure it out for themselves as well. Okay. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box, and that does include our sponsor, Psychic Source, because who is this? Who is this? We need clarity, we need insight, we need to get some things squared away, because we ain't going with that old foolishness, okay? Yeah, so those details down below in the description box as well. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.